Yeah, I don't think we're crossing this one today. It gets deep on that other side, and that is moving. Well, we are at the Buffalo River at the Woolham Campground. Supposed to be water crossing here to officially start all 5 days of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. And I mean, as happens here in the Ozarks, we're off to kind of a rocky start. We had a lot of rain come through in the last 2 weeks, and the water levels are still very high. That is the main crossing here that I'm honestly not even sure exists anymore. And we're going to check out the lower crossing to see what it looks like. Well, this is supposed to be the shallow crossing. And that is moving really fast. That is a lot of water. But we do have Ben with us. What are you thinking, Ben?
I don't know. I do think it's dumb. But
yeah, no, no, we're going around.
I think just because of how fast it's moving. Like I wouldn't care.
I mean, even if all of us made it, we still have Dave and Nathan.
Yeah.
That
I got
can't.
a snorkel. What are you talking about?
You got 33-inch tires.
I'm way too bad. Well, I don't.
And bald.
I'd be worried
you got
about
33-inch
no,
bald
I got
tires.
2 new on the back.
Oh, you got 2 new ones. Okay.
I'd be worried about this soft shell down in the middle.
Yeah. What I'm worried about is with all the water that's coming through, there's a deep channel through there that we can't see. So I still think you should go get your sandals on and walk it.
I'm not getting in that cold water.
All right, who's going?
Ben, thought you and Ben were going. We have
Ben wimped out.
We have decided that we don't like to be highlights of your videos. It gets expensive.
Yeah, no, it's just moving too fast.
Well, if you start up there, if you go fast,
You might could end up right here.
Shallow crossing, you'll end up over there.
you'll wait out there. Throw it over there already.
I tried to get him to put his sandals on. He's not getting in the water.
I like cold water.
Okay, so here's what all's going on. Turn that down. So we are completely rerunning the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail over the next 5 days. And I am super pumped because the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail is now officially in Gaia GPS. So Gaia is kind of sponsoring this trip to help us do this. But now to find the OOAT, it's on the Gaia Overland layer, which I'm super pumped about. So big thanks to Gaia for doing that and working with us to do this over the next 5 days. When I designed the OOAT, I knew that high water here at the Buffalo River would be a potential issue, especially in the springtime. So I did create an alternate entrance going through a little community called Snowball that avoids these first 2 really deep water crossings. So we're gonna head around there and I'll come back. And just for a frame of reference, there are USGS gauges all over Arkansas, so you can check water levels. But currently today, the St. Joe gauge, which is the closest one here to Woolham, is at 6.1, which is about 2 feet higher than what we've comfortably crossed in the past. And that's being on 38s and snorkels and all the things. So yeah, 6.1 today, that's what that was. Oh, this is the little community of Snowball. Right there is the little general store. Cute little store there. It's actually open. But here's where we begin. Dirt. Going in the back way. well, we did manage to make it to the other side of Woolham. So we're just gonna, by going around. So had we crossed here, or if you're doing the OOAT and you are able to cross here at Woolham, this is where we pick up. I think this little section here in the Richland Valley is one of my favorite sections today. We've got the Narrows to hike up to, one of my favorite water crossings that was actually deeper than expected to get here, but we were able to cross it, or at least all but one of us were able to cross it. Yeah, we made it here, and we're gonna carry on. The sand through this little area can be fun. It does get thick from time to time. All right, well, if you're coming down this way, you have to stop right here and make this little climb up to the Nars, or the Narrows. All right, up to the Narrows.
See how Remy does. Remy, up. There you go.
Come on, Rim.
You got it, girl.
Come on, Remy. There you go.
Good boy.
Good boy, Rim. Good boy. Yes, sir. Come on, Remy.
Up.
You got this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good job, Remy. Good job, Kellen. And this is where Robert blows out his knee. Maybe this wasn't the best idea for you.
My surgeon would want me to do this after 2 months after knee surgery.
I don't think so either.
Maybe don't need it.
Well, this is the Narrows, or the Nars. Over here we have the Buffalo River, and over here we have the Richland Valley. And this narrow strip of rock wall is the only thing that separates the two. All right, up next, if you cross at Woolham and you hit the Nars, next is the long, wide crossing of the Big Piney. Nathan did not attempt the crossing coming this way because he doesn't have a snorkel, and it did go over Dave's hood when we crossed it this way. He does have bigger tires than Dave, but
Well over the
it was a lot of, it was deep, deeper than we expected. So Nathan played it safe and left his Jeep back there. That's pretty deep. I mean, that was consistently over the 38. Don't do a water crossing like Ben is. Although he does have a very nice bow wake. Oh, did get over the hood too. Ben's rocking a 3.5 inch lift, 38s. Dave is only a 2.5 inch lift in 33s. See if he breaks over the hood again. Oh, I think nope, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, he did much better this time. He did much better this time. Oh, he's getting close to the hood line. Paul's on 37s. Robert doesn't tend to wait. Oh, look at it's so cool with his light, his fog lights under the water. Looks like laser beams. I thought you were letting Callan drive. Ben, why do you have water all the way up here?
Because I felt like it. I'm back.
You had water over the fender, over the hood. When you go through deep water and you see this, your engine's fine. That's just the water steaming up off the hot engine. So it's all is well. Well, that will be the deepest crossing of the day. We do have, I mean, there are some other crossings that we have later this afternoon. One of them in particular, depending on which line you take, can be no joke. But that's in a different drainage. I'm not sure what type of rain they got. And that's the thing. I mean, all of this stuff, this right here could be flooded, but south of here could be just fine. So you just you know, you like a good friend of mine says, you can pick your weekend, you don't get to pick the weather. So if you're coming out here and you know things are just, you got high water, well, just reroute and you know, just make adjustments. It's okay. That's part of the adventure. Okay, if all this had been impassable and you came in through Snowball, right up here is where you would come in and pick up. You would skip that stuff. Yeah, to the left is where you'd come in from Snowball, and so we're gonna carry it, continue on. And from here we've got one more water crossing that's not bad. It's beautiful, but it's always shallow. From here, we've got, I don't even know how many miles, a few miles, just to travel on pretty county roads until we cross Richland Creek at Richland Creek Campground. And I think that's going to be a really nice place to stop for lunch because it's noon and I didn't eat breakfast and I'm hungry. Oh man, oh my gosh, there's waterfalls flowing. Oh. That is, yeah, that's the trade-off. If you want to be in the Ozarks when the waterfalls are flowing everywhere, then you're going to have to deal with high water. If you...
The further right you stay on that, the smoother it'll be. That was rough.
If you want low water for the water crossings, then it's not going to be, you know, you're not going to have the waterfalls flowing everywhere. So, you know, there's a trade-off. Well, as we're getting close to Richland Creek Campground, I realize I probably shouldn't take for granted that you even know what the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail is, even though it's been out since 2020. But I created the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail route, or the OOAT, back in 2020 because the Ozarks were getting a lot more popular, and the Ozarks are not easy to navigate. The Forest Service here, very limited budgets. There's almost no signage, closed trails, have no gates, no berms, no closed signs, so it's easy to get off on a closed trail if you don't know how to follow the motor vehicle use map. So I created the OOAT as kind of a highlight 5-day intro into coming to the Ozarks, and kind of takes you through some of the best parts. I could have very easily made the OOAT a 10-day route if I wanted to, but I felt like that was probably a bit extreme. So that's why I created this, and then just share it publicly, is so that people can get acclimated and have an easy way to come to the Ozarks, stay on trails, see beautiful spots. And there's a lot of stuff in these areas, especially if you love hiking, that obviously are not in my route file. But like where we're going, there's pedestal rocks, there's Twin Falls waterfall if you're up for a challenging hike, Richland Creek Falls. We're gonna drive right by Six Finger Falls and Falling Waterfalls. So we are here. We're here at a really, really nice time. All of those falls should be flowing beautifully right now. And so if you are coming down here and you want to take some extra time and go to some of these nearby areas, then do it. That's kind of the point, was just to get you acclimated, and then you can kind of take off and do some of your own things from there. You don't have to stick strictly to my plan. So anyway, there you go. I will say, as of this recording, and the OOAT being new in Gaia GPS on the Gaia Overland layer, they do not have it broken down into the 5 days. It's just one long 300-mile route on the Gaia Overland layer. So in the video descriptions, I will also link the GPX file, which will have it broken down, color-coded into days, that you can also upload into Gaia or other software. And it also has points of interest, all campsites and stuff like that along the way that I've got marked. So the GPX file is available in the description of this video, that you can click on it and download it. There's also a Facebook group for the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail, and the GPX file is in the files section of that Facebook group. So there you go. There's your options. But we're almost to the campground because I'm hungry. Well, we've got all the overlanders making sandwiches on the tailgates. Richland Creek Campground is a great little spot to stop for lunch. The stream right over here, beautiful. There's tons of rocks. It's just cascading over. Beautiful swimming hole. Come here later in the summer. The actual campground, really nice spots to camp. If you need an actual campground, this is a really good one. This is really my favorite time of year to be doing this type of trip, because with no leaves on the trees, you can see down into the canyons, you can see the streams, you can see the bluff lines that you miss when there's leaves everywhere. My wife would disagree. She calls this the season of death and doesn't think it's pretty. So, whatever. But I just love being able to see everything. The only time I would really recommend not doing the OOAT is mid-June till the end of August. So basically skip the summertime here, because all the streams dry up. It is stupid hot and humid here, so, and the bugs, and it's just not a good time here in the summertime. It's just not. There's a reason that people from Arkansas, we go to Colorado in the summertime, because it's not very good here. It is not fun. All right, I need to point out this little bluff line up there. That is super cool. And it's very tempting to want to go up there and take photos with your vehicle up there. And there is a trail here.
Can we go up?
That, no. They have actually replaced the road closed sign. Well done, Forest Service, well done. That sign right there.
Was it missing?
That little yellow sign typically disappears, and people just drive on up there. But this is not on the motor vehicle use map, and that is an illegal trail. And I have known people who have gotten tickets for going up there. But yay for the sign being back. Well, you absolutely have to stop and spend some time here at Six Finger Falls. It's one of the iconic waterfalls in the Ozarks. And when the water's flowing just right like it is now, it's absolutely beautiful. There's 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6 fingers. That's why it's called Six Finger Falls. Love how clear this is. You can see all the little rock formations under the water. And fun little tip, if you cross Six Finger Falls, just walk along the edge, get your feet wet obviously. On the other side is a little trail. It goes downstream, I don't know, maybe 50 yards. And to the left there'll be this little grotto with a beautiful little waterfall called Fuzzy Butt Falls. So if you don't mind getting your feet wet, definitely hike across this and go see Fuzzy Butt Falls. It is a very special little place. Well, this is probably one of the most famous waterfalls in Arkansas. Falling Waterfalls. This is a great place to come in the late spring, early summer to jump off the waterfall, swim in the pool. It just doesn't get much better than this. And yeah, the color is actually real. Well, Ben is easily manipulated by money, and I offered him 40 bucks if he'd jump today. So, he's gonna do it. You got this. I know you'll do it. Woo! Breathe, Ben, breathe. Woo!
It does feel good though.
Well, there you go.
Appreciate it. I'm just here for content, you know.
After leaving Falling Water Falls, the terrain is going to change drastically as we leave the county roads and we get into the Forest Service road trails. So in just a minute we're going to cross the highway and leave this graded stuff and get into the good stuff. Here we go. Yeah, this is a lot less
I remember when I did this the first time by myself, I could not find this entrance right here for anything. It was in the spring, it was kind of a little overgrown, but I could not find it at all.
Yeah, it can be hard to find. Stay in it. You got it. Little bump. There you go. Well done. Oh, he's coming in hot. Yeah. The new KO3s did well. All right, now we're into the fun stuff. We did the beautiful stuff first half of the day. Now we're into the fun stuff. I mean, there's still beautiful stuff coming. But it's beautiful and fun.
There we go. That's good.
What happened, Ben? Ooh, that is nasty. What's the matter, Ben? What's the matter? You gonna let a Gladiator show you up?
Okay, I took the first line. Okay, we need to review footage.
You are turtled. Do you wanna take the bypass? Yep, you're about to break it. You're about to break an axle right in half. You're gonna have to come up high like I did. There you go. There you go. Maybe. 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 Yeah, attaboy. Good job. You better take the high line. Oh, he sunk. Better go. There you go. Well done. Well, he's just ending it. Oh no, he's taking the hard line. Here we get the high line. Well, now that we've all figured out the line, it's easy. All right, let's try the new KO3s. There we go. Yeah, those are impressive. I will dog on KO2s, but those KO3s are impressing me. Well done. It is a pretty good rule of thumb in the Ozarks that if there is a bypass around a mud hole, it's probably there for a reason. So if you encounter a spot like that you're unfamiliar with, do not be afraid to get out and poke it with a stick. See what it's like before deciding if you're gonna possibly risk getting stuck. This has a bypass. I'm gonna get out and check it. Yeah, that's waist deep in there. Yeah, back it up. That hole's waist deep. I'm gonna take the go around.
your camera ready.
Atta boy.
No, Ben, don't go yet.
This is a tight bypass. Whew.
Wiring harness is gonna need redone someday anyway, so, you know, it's a little more mud.
There he goes. There we go. You're not even in gear. Oh.
Look, water's coming out of his
Whoa! Whoa! Dang, new waterfall. Oh, I thought Jay would do it now. Since I guess not. That's nowhere near as deep as it used to be. Now, yeah, good luck getting out, Nathan.
The river runs through.
It's always good to have a Ben with you on trips like this to adequately test mud holes and water crossings. You know, sometimes, you know, the stick test, that was up to my waist. And so it just seemed too sketchy. But Ben knocked half the water out of it, and yeah, no big deal after that. Well, this is one of the more unique water crossings. It's got these big boulders, little rock crawling section here. Well, I know lots of people are going to wonder what type of vehicle is going to be best for the OOAT. A lot of people are going to want to know, can you take a full-size vehicle on the OOAT? And the answer is yes, but I just last weekend had friends of mine successfully complete all 5 days in full-size rigs. Now, if you're going to do it in a full-size rig, your paint isn't going to be intact. That's a guarantee. But it can be done. I wouldn't suggest it in a full-size rig if you're a newbie, because there's some really tight places that you got to learn where to put your tires and, you know, all that stuff. Stock vehicles, yes, it could be done. Day 4 would be the biggest challenge for a stock vehicle. But overall, if it is a stock Wrangler Rubicon, yes, that's actually what Nathan's driving. A stock Wrangler Rubicon, yes. Dave is in he's got a 2.5-inch lift, but he's on 33-inch tires, so he's not a big built rig. My recommendation would be, you know, for any vehicle, especially, you know, this is ideal for Wranglers, Gladiators, 4Runners, Tacomas, mid-size vehicles. Is the ideal vehicle for the OOAT. 2.5-inch lift, 35-inch tires, you'll be perfect. even 33s. You know, you're gonna be okay. You may have to pick your lines, may have to take some bypasses, you know, that sort of stuff. But you will have a blast and do fine.
I think the key though is to go
this crossing has two options. You've got the deep one that I just went through and Ben's coming to, and this one is a shallower option over there. Yeah, wow, that is deeper than I thought it was when I went through it. Dave is wisely taking the shallow option.
Put a Terraflex high angle one in the Gladiator.
I think that may be deeper than, that's deeper than Richland was. You got this, Robert? Robert didn't do so hot on this one last time. He actually got stuck. Oh, under the hood. Yeah. Made it. You redeemed yourself. All right, now we've got a series of just quick back-to-back water crossings. I think we've got two, maybe three. Oh, this one's pretty. I love this one. Hold on. Yeah, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, this is a fun little spot that'll test your suspension and how well you've aired down, how good your shocks are. Well, that was our last water crossing, and now we just get through all these little mud holes and we'll be at camp. Now, there are a number of camps along this stretch of road that are awesome. So hopefully, it is a Friday. But the weather is so hopefully we're not going to have any trouble finding a campsite. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good campsites. Probably 4 that will hold a group our size. There's like 6 if you've got smaller vehicles you could stay at. All right, here's our preferred campsite, and it's empty. It's all ours. Heck yeah.
Love this site.
Well, this is one of the primo spots in this area. Ah, look at that water. God, is incredible. Like, that is real. That's not me messing with the color and post editing. That is it.
Ready, fetch it up.
You may try. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
Like,
But yeah,
crazy,
I mean, this
crazy.
campsite is massive and beautiful. Well, wherever you find camp in this area, we passed 3 or 4 to get to this one. There's another couple ones around the corner. This pretty much is the end of day 1. So we left camp at 9 at Woolham, driving around, going back to the other side of Woolham, stopping to film, 8 rigs. It is now 4 o'clock, and we are here in plenty of time to enjoy camp, which is what part of this whole thing is about. So when I designed the OOAT, I wanted to make sure each day had plenty of time, that you're not getting into camp stupid late after dark, that you have plenty of time to relax and enjoy being at camp, the amazing campsites that we have in the Ozarks. So there you go. Well, I think everybody's got their camp set up. Yep. Nathan's in the giant Gazelle T4 something apartment. Robert has his hammock. John sleeps in the back of his rig. Rooftop tents are all set up. Yeah. James is working on the fire. Tonight is one of our special nights because Nathan is cooking chili for everyone tonight. And not just normal chili, white chicken chili in it as well. We got a double chili night. So, can't wait for that. Smelling good over here.
Well, got the meat done. Get it all put together in the pot. I'll start letting it simmer.
Yummy! Thanks for cooking for us, bro.
You're welcome. I bought the Cheez-Its too.
Ha! You're the best.
180.
That'd be epic.
There is a 270.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a 360.
Yeah, I sold my 180.
Wow, what a day! This is day 1 of the OOAT. It's a good one. It's a real good one. Chili, both chilies, the regular chili and the white chicken chili were incredible tonight. James brought 2 different kinds of king cakes, which I found the baby in the one of the king cakes, so I got the baby. That's good luck, isn't it? Isn't that good luck to get the baby? So anyway, I got the baby. You know, I've camped in a lot of amazing places. But camping by the incredible Emerald Ozark streams, it's a special place. Anyway, we are slowly but surely getting camp taken down, eating breakfast, a little hot chocolate. And the plan today is to continue on the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. Today begins day 2. We went north to south yesterday on day 1. Today we start heading west. today we get into some more challenging hill climbs. There is one potentially gnarly water crossing today. There are some potentially there's one mud hole today that I am legit nervous about. It's been probably 3 years since I've been through that section of trail, and I'm really nervous to find out what it's like. How about you, Ben?
I'm not.
we got Ben with us, so regardless, he's going first through that mud hole. But yeah, that's the plan. We are continuing on with the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail Day 2, and we're gonna finish getting camp put away, and then we'll head out.
Oh, you need some content?
What you got?
Oh, come on down here.
What'd you find?
Oh, it's bad. You got people teach people to prepare either.
What is this? I didn't even know this was back here.
Little trail. There's
Dave is the man, because anytime before we leave camp, he grabs a trash bag and cleans up anything we may have accidentally dropped and everything everybody else before us has left. But what did he find back here? I don't think I want to know. I'm scared of buckets in the wood, bro. What is this?
I think those are feminine hygiene product
What do they use those for?
tampons.
I know what
Yeah.
that's used for, but what do they use it for out here?
Well, they got to do what they got to do.
What they? But they
Insert
perform
in the
surgery
I guess.
out here.
Anyway,
Is this used for making meth
like,
somehow?
just
that I don't
bury your
know?
stuff. Bury your stuff or pack it out. Nobody wants
This
to
is
see
excessive, man.
We call this, on the John Muir Trail, we call it the Sierra White Flower.
Oh, that's a term I didn't need to know. All right. Well, I was hoping I didn't need to say this, but if you come and you run the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail, do not leave campsites trashed. You leave them better than you found it. Don't make me regret sharing this with everybody. So far, I really haven't. Since releasing the OOAT 5 years ago, I actually think campsites have gotten better in the Ozarks. And I do know it is absolutely locals that did that crap. So, yeah. Anyway, do good. All right, we're off, and I'm pumped. I love day 2. Day 2 is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of variety on it. Hopefully, another beautiful campsite tonight on a beautiful Emerald Ozark stream, the Big Piney. So, anyway, I'm pumped. It's gonna be a good day. Whee! Well, it looks pretty. Oh, these water crossings are beautiful. Look at it. It is so pretty. It has occurred to me that I've never actually counted the number of water crossings on the OOAT. But there's a lot. There's a whole lot. And just for reference, we are doing this in early February. We got a lot of rain, like 5 to 6 inches of rain about a week and a half ago. So I would say these water crossings are medium high. They're not like, obviously we're on a flood stage now, but I would say this is medium to medium high. We hit some water crossings yesterday that were over my 38-inch tires in places. Highly recommend, if you're going to do the OOAT in the spring, or late winter, spring, that you have a snorkel. We do have a couple guys with us that don't have snorkels, So there's one water crossing later today that we'll see how that goes. They may have to take the long way around and meet us. But if that's the case, I mean, this is kind of what it's like. We've got rigs on this trip that are on 33s. We've got 38s. We've got 35s. So we've got a good mixture of stock and modified and all the things. So it should be fun. I recommend not taking this this mud hole to the left. Don't do that one. That's the real bad one. Ben might do that one, but I'm going this way. All right, Ben's gonna give it a go and see what happens. He's gonna try to hang to the driver. Yep, oh, still hanging. Yep, there we go. Okay. Ah! And there you go. And that is how you do it. It's always good to have a bin. I highly recommend, if you do the OAT, bring a bin. Well done, my friend.
Hey, you never know if you're gonna make it until you try.
Well done. Well, apparently Ben is the only one. Oh, wait, what's Robert doing? He might. Ready to go. Come on, Robert!
Just tell him to just lock it up and go.
Oh, he's in it. He's pointing. Here it comes. Ah! Yeah! Woo! Woohoo!
Yes, sir. John said
John's,
he ain't having it.
John's not going to be outdone. Oh, crap. Oh.
John's gonna do worse than others.
He's taking it slower. All right. Woohoo! Isn't peer pressure the greatest when you're on a trip like this? I love it. Couldn't help yourself. You couldn't let Robert do it.
I couldn't. He said he wasn't gonna do it, and then when he did it, I had to go back. I was holding out just in case.
I thought you were more mature.
The water buffalo made it.
Yeah.
I knew a switchback would make it. I'd be all right.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You wanna say that again for the camera?
Oh, I love this crossing.
James missed out again.
Well, right after that water crossing, Ben has learned that a brake line has ripped out. We don't know if it happened in the mud hole or if it just was coincidental. But yeah, his brake line ripped off at the hardline connection. Normally, you can just clamp off the soft line and continue on with 3 brakes. We're going to try to clamp off that hard line and see if it'll hold. That's clamped off.
It's coming out.
Oh, nope, it's coming out. That's not going to work. Can't clamp off a hard line. Oh, crap. Well, surprisingly, none of us have a spare brake line. I used to carry 2, but I couldn't find them. I must have taken them out, cleaning stuff out, and then not put them back in. So I don't know. But we're about to turn and go uphill the whole way. And when we hit the highway, we were going to go down about 19 miles down the road into town for all of us to top off with gas. And while we're there, we'll grab a brake line at the auto parts store, and shouldn't take too long to get Ben repaired. So that's the plan. Ben's just going to travel in 4 low, and hopefully not have to brake much. Alright, you guys, it's definitely a 4-low hill. We got some little rocky ledges here. Ben, I'm going to recommend not hitting the mud hole as you drive by it, please.
Where do I need to go?
Well, after that little mud hole, I told Ben to go around. The trail just kind of, it gets much milder, not near as steep, a little bit wider. Beautiful views down into the forest if you're here in the winter time. If you're here in late spring, early summer, some of this will probably be encroaching over the trail. When we pop out onto the highway, we are 19 to 20 miles from a little town called Dover. Depending on your fuel range and that sort of thing, this is a good spot to just, drive down the highway a little bit. It'll be about a 45-minute to an hour detour. But if you need gas, this is the first real place to be able to top off. And if you happen to need a brake line, it's also where you can hop onto the highway and go get a brake line. So several of the group still has like 3/4 of a tank, or better. So I think probably about half the group is going to stay with Ben's Jeep. The other half is going to go into town, just top off with fuel just to be safe, since we have to go into town anyway to get a brake line. And that's the plan. There is gas tomorrow on day 3. So just kind of depends on what your fuel range is. I can tell you, lifted Jeeps on 37s and 38s is not great. Well, I realized I didn't hit record on my camera when I went through this. There we go. Ah! Ah! Hey, slow down, slow down, slow down. All right, right up here is the highway. And if memory serves, there should be a little clearing here. Aha! This would be a great place to leave Ben's Jeep and change the brake line in a little bit. All right, Ben, can you stop? Can you stop?
No, I can't stop.
Don't hit my Jeep. You're going way fast.
You don't want a matching.
Don't hit my Jeep.
You don't want a matching.
Good job.
Nathan Anderson tailgate bump.
No, I don't.
No.
Good job. All right, as we're headed down to Dover to get gas, I had posted a photo last night of one of the deep crossings from yesterday. This is the photo, and someone commented that it looks like Photoshop to me. The guys in the background just hanging around, just hanging out. Yeah, right. To which I replied, "You made my day. This is just normal for us." Oh my gosh, that was hysterical. So I wouldn't. That was so funny, because it is. That's just a normal. That's just, we're so used to wheeling in the Ozarks that's just part of it. So anyway, thought I'd share, give you a little chuckle. All right, Ben and Dave made it back. Paul was kind enough to be prepping everything while they were gone. It's like
James, here you go.
Shouldn't take us too long. By us, I mean them. Right, I think we are done, but just FYI, you know you're having fun in the Ozarks when your tires turn blue. There's something about the Ozark clay that makes your tires turn blue, and we don't know why. But it's a thing. It does eventually clean off, but that's how you know you're having fun. Your tires turn blue. Well, that was about a 2.5 hour delay. Might actually get to camp after dark tonight, which is fine.
I assume you put my brake fluid reservoir cap back on.
I thought you did.
I did not.
Yes, I put it back on. Got a little bit of dirt road driving, little water crossing, a little more dirt road driving, and then some fun stuff. All right, the dirt roads are over for a little bit, and it gets a lot more fun and a lot tighter. This hill climb is a lot of fun, but if you catch it,
I'm gonna stick with Paul and two-wheel drive.
Like right after a rain, this hill climb gets really slick and can be a real challenge.
I'm actually in 4 low right now.
There you go, Ben. Be smart like Paul. Okay, so let's discuss rigs for day 2. I would say the biggest question is actually coming up, and that's going to be how deep the water crossing is on the Big Piney. Again, I think this is going to be a tight trail for a full-size rig. Doable, yes, but your paint on a full-size rig will not like it. Oh, deep mud hole here. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Woohoo! You're on 37s. Oh, come on.
Let's do it in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, you can do 2-wheel drive. You're good. Attaboy. There we go. All right, Will's gonna do this in the 100 series. that a 100 series?
100 series, 100 series. Yeah.
That's right. The 100 series is the first Toyota they ruined. Took away the solid front axle in these things, put in this IFS. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Boom. Oh, yeah. Good job, Will. All right, everybody made it. That was fun. Okay, well, as I was saying, rig selection for day 2. Well, as you can see, I mean, everybody made it through that mud hole. From a JKU on 33s to a stock 100 series Land Cruiser. So yeah, I mean, definitely a stock rig is fine today. You know, as long as you've got a little skill. Good tires, I would definitely recommend. I always recommend MTs for the Ozarks, but
Matthew, you and Matt are making me.
but Nathan's running the new KO3s. James is running some hybrids, and everybody's doing great. I actually just found out, I misspoke. The Land Cruiser is not stock. It does have a 2-inch Ironman suspension on it. I can't imagine what that would sound like in a full-size rig through here. All right, this is the Big Piney. This is the biggest crossing, definitely of the day. The thing with the Big Piney is under the water, there's always boulders that you can't see because all the floods bring more rocks down and moves them around. So you got to be mindful of rocks you can't see. I think this is going to be crossable for all of us. For reference, there is one USGS gauge for the Big Piney. It's downstream at Highway 164, but today's depth at that gauge is 2.1 feet. So we'll see what that means here. This is Will's first big water crossing. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I didn't know there were obstacles floating downstream at us. Alligator!
Crossy Road. You even look for logs.
Look both ways for logs. Well, there you go. That's what 2.1 feet on the big piney gauge looks like. We did have a JKU 2.5-inch lift, but on 33s made it no problem. Everybody else made it no problem. I was a little nervous about the Land Cruiser because their stock intake is inside the passenger side wheel well at the top, and when you're crossing and your passenger side is on the upstream side, it bunches water up on that side, and so I got a little nervous because he went a little fast. All right, well, this is one of the beautiful scenic spots, Pilot Knob. If you look in any direction, pretend the vehicles aren't here. It's quite beautiful.
It's a lot easier for me. It's a lot easier for me to just not talk and just let you talk.
Is that how that works?
That's how that works.
Let's see. Maybe we can see a view over here. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's the view. There's the view. Here's one of the views. There we go. Wow. That rock formation over there, that right there, that is called Pilot Rock. We are on Pilot Knob. There is a very faint hiking trail from the road up to the top of Pilot Rock. Probably better views actually over on Pilot Rock than over here, just because it's got more clearing. But yeah, so that's a cool place to hike up to that spot over there. Okay, for frame of reference, it is now 4:15, and we are 2.5 hours behind schedule. We would very easily be at camp by now if we hadn't had to deal with the brake line issue. So, I don't know that we should still be at camp before dark. We'll see. We may get to camp right at dark. But on a normal day, we would have been to camp probably about now. Well, we are on the last real trail of day 2. This trail will dump us out onto the highway, and then there's just a dirt road to get to camp. But this is a fun one. There's some beautiful stream crossings down in the bottom of this area. Just some really neat rock formations and stuff. I like this trail a lot. Whee! Where's it going? Smooth! Nice coming down. I probably shouldn't be standing here. Might want to get off the side, get on the roots. Also. There you go. Yeah, just made it. You're on your frame rails.
Go driver. Driver? Yep. There you go. You got a little wave going back here or what?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right, back.
You're good. Go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, we're three-wheeling it.
Coming on down. Straighten up a little bit.
Crunch.
That's all right. Go.
There you go.
Yeah, you're good.
Boom.
Come on, straight. Back's coming down, right there. Okay, hold it straight.
This is one of the most prettiest parts of the trail. I love it so much.
If you disconnect your sway bar mount, you have a lot more articulation. 10-4.
I love that trail. It is just such a fun, beautiful, short little trail. I love it. It's getting cold. The temperature is dropping. Next stop is a little recreation area called Hog Creek Falls. Beautiful waterfall. If you want a safe place to camp, and by safe I mean you probably have a pretty good chance of finding places to camp there. Hog Creek Falls is great. It is a beautiful little recreation area campground. Highly recommend. There's not a lot of options for dispersed camping right around here. There were probably 3 or 4 back on that little trail. And then the ones that we're going to, that hopefully are available. Here we go.
Looks very much still used.
This is the fun part. Whee! There we go. Oh, I can't see. Just a reminder, don't do that if you don't have a snorkel, because all the water that's spraying on the outside of your vehicle is also spraying up inside the engine bay, and you very well can hydrolock your vehicle by doing that. This is Hog Creek Falls. As you can see, very popular place. Beautiful swimming hole in the summertime. I've actually kayaked down that before. That was fun. Now we are heading to camp. We're not far from where I want to camp. So fingers crossed that nobody's there. Alrighty. Well, we got trucks and trailers in this campsite here to the right. Let's hope nobody's down here. Take a left. Alright, we're good. Campsite's ours. This is an incredible spot. Big open space. You do have to love sand, but it's just boarded. This is a awesome swimming hole. In spring and the early summer, this thing is just incredible swimming hole. I have brought my paddleboard here, paddleboarded upstream to go explore. Got Hurricane Creek runs in right over there where you see those ripples. It's just a beautiful location. So, yeah, this is the end of the OOAT day 2. Can't believe it's only day 2. We've had so much fun. But yeah, so we're gonna get camp set up and enjoy our night. I think everybody's got camp all set up. Paul was over here making spaghetti.
I bet that spaghetti's gonna be yummy.
I'm about to find out. You know, some people don't appreciate the whole communal meal idea, but I do.
It's the only way to go.
I appreciate you cooking spaghetti, bro.
Sure.
That is a lot of spaghetti.
We are at the fire, making some hot chocolate.
It is a cold and wet morning here at the start of day 3 on the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. This marks the halfway point if you're doing the entire 5 days. And today's an awesome day. We've got some beautiful water crossings. We've got some of the history of the Ozarks today. We've got some technical stuff today. And we've got the best lunch spot in all of the Ozarks coming later today. So yeah, but we woke up to some rain. Looks like it's clearing up though. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, woke up to some rain, and everybody kind of got out quickly and scrambled to put things away before everything got wet. And so we're just kind of hanging out now. waiting for everybody to finish up, and we're gonna hit the trail. Well, today's Sunday, and I've been shocked all weekend. We haven't seen anybody. Like, no one's camping here at this beautiful campsite. This water level is much lower than I expected. Huh. Well, in all my years of crossing and running this road, I have never seen that impassable. It's just so wide, and it's actually pretty shallow. I mean, it does get deep, but I've never personally seen it impassable, at least in a Jeep with 35s, and probably a little bit of crazy behind the wheel. So this road, what are we on? Big Piney Road, is just absolutely stunning. It's not technical at all, but it's just the rock formations and the river, and we got Car Wash Falls that we'll go under. Should be flowing pretty well. Just a stunning start to the day. Well, this is the famous Car Wash Falls. It's not running as good as I thought it would be.
Hey Matt, what keeps going straight with that one?
Okay, let's discuss the rig choices for day 3. Day 3 is definitely the best day if you have a full-size rig. The trails are just wider than some of the really tight trails on some of the other days. You do want if you have a full-size rig, you definitely want one that's capable, because after lunch we're going to get on a trail that does have some big rocks, it does have some ledges, it does have some fairly nasty mud holes on it. Day 3 is still doable in a stock vehicle. Once you're up on that technical trail after lunch, just pick your lines. You are gonna drag your skid plates, you're probably gonna drag your frame rails in some places, but it's definitely doable, and you're going downhill on the technical parts instead of having to climb them, so it's not as bad. Man, this has changed a lot. Beautiful. All right, here's the famous Bub's cabin. Well, Bub's cabin is one of the iconic landmarks in the Ozark National Forest. This is private property. And if you're here on a weekend, you might get lucky enough to find Bub here. And man, if you do, you are in for a treat. He loves to sit and talk and tell stories. And the man has some knowledge and some history of this whole area. But he bought the cabin a number of years ago and leaves it here unlocked for everyone to go in and enjoy and kind of get a picture of what life used to be like here in the Ozarks. How does this work? Let me in. Will they not pay the utility bill?
I don't know, there are lights.
No, there's no lights. Man, there's usually more light in here. But it's so cloudy and dark today, the light's not peeking through the windows. I love the kitchen area. This old stove. I mean, every room has a bed in it, right next to the dining table. Somebody needs to get this stove lit up. It's cold in here. Corn shuck bed. I mean, it's not too bad. That one's not wide enough for a normal human. The stairwell is a little bit narrow. Oh, they've rearranged since I was here last. I don't know what rabbit tobacco is, but that's it. Huh, they've done some remodeling. I think they added a bed. It blows my mind that Bub he leaves it open. And you can come and enjoy it and walk around, and it's a very special place. And so far he has been fortunate enough to not have anyone vandalize this place. And I hope that continues, because if something ever happens to this place, it will be tragic.
Cool, you've got that wall built all around.
This old barn is one of my favorite things out here. I'm so glad he hasn't turned this into a wedding venue. This place is cool. It's like someone's been making troughs. That is so cool. Just all carved out of one tree.
Not at all.
What I find to be absolutely crazy is that this is a county road. It's not a Forest Service road. It's a county road. Well, this is long. It's not very deep. Oh my goodness. Look. Look, look, look. Look how pretty that is. I love it. This is such a beautiful area. A little Piney Creek is a beautiful little stream. It doesn't have as much water in it as I thought it would, based on what we've experienced the last couple days. Very surprised. Where's all the dogs? Normally there's a pack of dogs here that want to come bite your tires, and they've been known to pull off trasharoos. Well, after the water crossing, the road turns into a nice graded county road, and we're about to pop out onto the highway, drive down pavement just a few miles, and then hit one more trail that will take us over to lunch at Ozark Cafe. So we got one more beautiful water crossing to hit, and I'm having a blast. All right, take a left. Taking a left. All right, next stop, lunch. I'm so hungry. Well, if you've been here before, you know you know. This place is iconic in the Ozarks. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
How are you?
You guys got the, where'd you guys camp last night?
Last night we were on the Big Piney.
Okay.
So tonight we're camping up on the Mulberry.
So you guys staying out tonight too?
Yeah.
So Sunday night alone?
And tomorrow night.
And tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah. We're.
How are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
I got Starlink.
Starlink and an iPad. I got an iPad.
Well, the Ozark Cafe is selling badges from All Roads Taken. That's cool. So you can get those Ozark National Forest. You can just get one for Arkansas. They do have the high watermark trail, but they don't seem to have the OOAT. I'm sure they're just out of them. But yeah, you may get lucky and be able to find an OOAT badge when you stop here. John knows how to do this. Hey,
Dessert first.
dessert first, man. That's the way to go. Well, in addition to a mandatory lunch stop, this is the only place on the whole 5 days of the OOAT with the gas station on the trail. And they just added a brand new 24-hour takes credit card pump too. They're getting high tech here. All right, full bellies, full gas tanks. Now ready for some full adventure. Is this the right road? This is not the right road. I was just kidding. That's the wrong road. This is the right road. Ah. I just create the routes. I don't know how to follow them. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this one. I tried to run this trail, what was that here, 4 weeks ago in the snow? And it was massive tree across the trail, so I couldn't. I was going the other direction.
Looks like a little bit of a territory war here.
I don't know what that means. But I know people have come through here in the last 2 weeks and have done all the OOAT. And so I know it's been cleared. So yay for that. And this trail is sloppy. It makes me a little nervous about what it's going to be like when we get to the actual mud holes. This side of my Jeep is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This trail was completely dry here, and we're just moving the mud hole with us. This is wild. There it goes. Sure, this rock ripped off my fender flare a few years ago. See how his belly does. Oh, there we go. Don't stop. There you go. There you go. Attaboy. there's not many places you get to combine rock crawling and mud holes. So that's pretty fun. That was a good one. Why is there a bypass around this? I don't understand. Don't understand. Man, there was some massive storm damage through here. Holy cow. Look at the size of these roots. And they're all pointing the same direction. This had to have been from straight line winds. The Ozarks are real bad about straight line winds. That's crazy.
Passenger coming down. Yep. Passenger's up against that rock.
Ben's gonna take a different line just for fun.
You're about to slip off right there.
Whee!
There goes that idea.
Yeah, Matt came through here and this.
I'm nice and crossed up there. You better cut it back.
Ain't got enough brake pressure.
You better cut it back, driver.
Rock road.
Not yet.
Oh, you good?
I'm more worried about your diff. Hard driver. I'm worried about your diff.
You're gonna hit it, yeah. You're gonna hit it different, yeah.
Somebody's already hit right there. We could drop a rock right there.
About to hit it right now?
No, you good. Hey, you're gonna miss it. There you go. There you go. You got it. There you go. Oh, keep coming. You're clear. You're clearing. You got it. You got it. There you go. Yeah. That works.
Slow. Come on, keep that line.
Straighten
Up a
out,
little bit.
straighten out.
Just a little bit. Just a little. Right there, perfect.
Rear tires
You got
going
it.
up the rock.
Come on. Got it. Slow.
All right.
Front tires off the ground.
Come on. That's all right. Keep going.
Whoa, he's safe.
Start turning past.
Good.
Hard passenger.
Hard passenger. Passengers. I'm sorry.
Driver.
You're right. Driver. Sorry.
What he said, but the hard way.
Right. Yep. Straighten up just a little bit. Straighten up a little bit.
Back's coming down. Nice.
Freewheeling.
You're good. Hard driver.
Come on. Don't stop. Go.
Stop.
So
Center diff lock, dude.
you go too slow, slide off.
Take his foot off the pedal.
Now we got a
Brake.
problem.
Hey, ask him if his center diff is locked, because his front tires aren't moving.
It's not.
He's in one-wheel drive.
Hey, who's behind him? Hey.
He's gonna be
Let's go get a
okay.
winch. Let's go get a winch and drag him that way a little bit because he's on the side right here. I'm gonna get him off this. He's on the rock.
Is he touching it?
Yeah, we just don't want to rip it off.
Just gently snuggling the rock.
So we're gonna pull it off the rock. All right.
All right, we're gonna snatch blocks off the tree. We're just gonna get him off that rock.
All right, hold. Hold. All right. Wheel turn hard driver and just kind of ease down.
Slowly take your foot off the brake.
You're not trying to drive away right now since he's attached to you. We're just trying to get you straight.
Pivot. Pivot. Well, no.
Don't let off pressure.
Pull. Hold.
All right.
All right. Ease forward a little more.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little more.
James, pull in. There we go.
All right.
All right, stop right there. Release a little bit of tension. Out. All right, drive
Forward.
Out. Okay, pull forward a little more.
Whoop.
Pull.
Ooh.
Pull in. All right.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's
Still hitting over there?
turn.
Nah, he's off
He's-
the rock.
He's off the rock, but he's close.
Turn hard driver and just try to point straight down. Drive a little forward.
Well, hey, we can also come to the small tree and I'll get
Keep
you a little
going.
bit
Nope.
better way to go down.
Keep going. A little more.
Tell James to release.
James, let
Just
out a little bit.
James.
Out.
Just a tad.
All right, drive forward.
Clear. All right, unhook him.
All right. Clear. Release.
Good job.
Nope. Come on down. Now, passenger. 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 All right, now driver. Driver.
Slow. Yep. All right. Hold it straight for another second, and then cut it.
Back tires in the air.
Alright, y'all need to get out of the way. 'Cause
Yep.
we're rolling.
Hard driver, roll it out.
I'm saying y'all
You
move,
good?
please.
Boom. Piece of cake. Well, that was fun.
Turn hard, passenger.
And we're not done yet.
You're good. Mr. Dave, you have the
We're almost
brownie
done.
face muffler now.
Be sure to keep driver tires over the big rocks on the driver's side. Driver tires go on big rocks.
The scariest thing that's ever happened. So definitely keep on straight away. I actually lock up my rear when I go far downhill like that.
All right, we are approaching a nasty mud hole that when we first did this back in 2020, James and, well, it wasn't James, Caleb was driving James's Jeep, and Robert both got stuck in the same mud hole. Caleb wants payback. He wants a chance to redeem himself. But I don't think it's going to happen because that mud hole is worse. So we'll see if he actually decides to go through it this time. All right, Caleb, we're at your mud hole. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna get ready to film you. No, it's this one. Because Robert was stuck right here.
Oh, all this used to be grass.
Yeah.
All that was grass. I'm doing it.
All right.
That's nothing.
Whoa, oh, Dave's going to send it first. What? Oh.
Okay. Come on, baby.
Come on. There we go. All right, Dave. There he goes. Atta boy. See if Ben leaves any water in there. Oh, that sounded good. Man, it's a good thing y'all can't smell through the YouTube, because this mud hole stinks. It is some rank smell-o-vision. Come on, water buffalo. Oh. Man, that sounds horrible.
Y'all watch out. I'm gonna back up and try to get it out.
Oh, when you get a little pebble in your brake, your dust thing for your brakes, your brake dust shower, I don't know what it's called. Oh, that sounds so bad. Oh, good, he got it out. So we're just gonna have to listen to that until we got to camp. Well, that was fun. Kind of feel.
James, I know you hate that, but that's what a Jeep's supposed to look like right there.
Kind of. Oh, it's still making bad noises.
I got something stuck in mine. Hold on, I'm back.
See, I don't have any issues with my brakes right now. I didn't go through the mud hole. I didn't need to prove anything. My brakes are working just fine. Quiet as a mouse. Perfect. Now, to get off this trail, we're almost off this trail, and then it's time to find camp. Although James and Caleb and Will are leaving us, so we will be down to 5, because Paul left us after lunch. Paul was going to go continue on the whole thing, but he was having some really bad gear issues and a front drive shaft issue in his Jeep. Apparently it was making horrible noise, so he decided to play it safe and go ahead and bail to get back home. In this area, at the end of day 3, there are quite a few camping options. There are some spots, dispersed spots on the Mulberry. There's a few spots tucked in around a couple different Forest Service roads here and there. But there's actually 2 Forest Service recreation campgrounds. Wolf Pen Gap, which is a good one, and Redding Campground, which is also really nice. And if you want a nice private campground with bathroom, showers, the whole deal, restaurant, there's Bird's Adventure Center, which we're about to drive by. So lots of camping options in this area. I'd say not a lot of dispersed camping in this area, but still a lot of good, a lot of good quality camping right here in this area. All right, well that's day 3. A lot of fun technical stuff at the end of it. But this is the campsite we found. It is a lovely little campsite right here on the bank of the Mulberry River. We are going to have to do a little campsite maintenance here because there's some trash in places. But yeah, right here, beautiful green waters of the Mulberry. Robert's going to have the best campsite all to himself. That's going to be nice. You even got your own little fire pit. Man. Yeah, this is actually a campsite we used to come to a long time ago. I haven't been here, I don't know, in a long time. So, yeah, we're going to get camp set up and enjoy the night. All right, everything's set up. Dinners are going. I think I'm actually last for the dinner, but I have a little, some lobster ravioli from Aldi's. Super simple. Boil some water, boom, done. We got the Super Bowl. Oh, first score of the game right there. Philadelphia is in the end zone. There we go. So, Starlink's working, and I think we're gonna have a good night. Let me just say, our Super Bowl party is better than your Super Bowl party.
Morning.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
Very good. Very good. Once I got snug as a bug in a rug, man, all of a sudden it was 7 o'clock this morning.
Looks cozy.
Yep, it's nice and warm.
Well, good morning. Today is the beginning of day 4 of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. We got to this very beautiful campsite on the Mulberry River last night at the end of day 3. And today we're going to carry on. Day 4 is without a doubt the most technical part of the OOAT. At least the first half. We will leave camp this morning, drive up a dirt road just a couple miles, and then we're going to get after it. It is a very fun, one of the more technical trails in the Ozarks. So it is no joke. I've seen stock rigs complete it. I've seen full-size rigs complete it. But it's a good one. It's a real good one. And then it's got waterfalls later in the day. Beautiful scenery. Day 4 is my favorite day. So we're gonna finish packing up camp and then head out. What?
Real funny.
What?
Real funny.
What's the matter?
Real funny. Bunch of ladder thieves.
What's the matter?
Well, I know Ribby will jump, so he's good. But
Hey, where's how you getting down?
I guess I'm gonna break my legs with my ladder.
I don't know.
I don't believe you.
All right, we are off on the dirt. And in all seriousness, this beginning part of day 4 is the most technical part of the whole 5 days Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. If people don't feel comfortable with this, I highly recommend skipping this first half, which is just a northern loop. It's very easy to distinguish it on the map. It's a loop that goes up from Highway 215. There's no way to confuse it. And if you're not up for it, or your rig's not up for it, and you just don't feel like, you know what, I just don't want to deal with that today, then just skip this part and carry on the rest of day 4. But if you're up for a challenge, let's go. We're on it. Right down in there is where we're going.
This is a great trail.
Yes, it is. This is where the fun begins. You got 2 options here. You can take the fun line, which is this one, or there is a bypass around it if you're not feeling so flexy. All right, here we go. This will definitely test out the articulation in your suspension. I swear it's definitely gotten more washed out than the last time we've done it, but I think it may have gotten washed out so that it's easier now. That was unexpected. Or I'm just so used to it that it doesn't faze me a bit. That's also a possibility. Well, let's see how the IFS handles it. Question is, will he stay on 3 wheels or will he teeter-totter on 2 at some point? Robert knows exactly where to put his tires. No, I think he's got it. Keep the body panels off that root over there. Yes, you did. There are some beautiful water crossings on this trail, none particularly deep. And there are some nasty mud holes that, if you don't pick the right line, it can very much be deep.
I looked at it earlier and it was like 8 o'clock tonight that it was coming in, unless it's changed since.
That's good. Yeah, we do have some significant rains coming in later today.
Sounds better than 6.
Wait a minute.
But it'll be raining all the way up through noon tomorrow.
What is this? What has happened? All right, I'm not sure what's going on down in here. This looks radically different than it did a year ago. Well, this is kind of a choose your own adventure area.
Is this a choose your own adventure spot?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't look like it used to. People have been choosing a lot more adventure options through here, it looks like.
Yeah, you used to have 3 choices, now you got 30.
I guess this is right. Huh. Well, this makes me sad. The side-by-sides have just ripped this little area up. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. Yeah, that, like, what I just drove through is not a mud hole anymore. I don't understand what's going on here. Well, I got to be honest, my excitement level for day 4 is, I mean, this is still a great trail. And we're not even to the best part yet. But because of the proximity to Bird's Adventure Center, and I think it's the Mill Creek OHV area, this whole area here is just overrun with side-by-sides. And that whole choose your own adventure mud hole area has just become a disaster and makes me very angry and sad and all the things. So I'm grateful that this area is still open. I mean, for years I have been just anticipating the day for the Forest Service to shut this down. I guess they could close it off and make it OHV only, but I don't know that they would do that. But I am anticipating the day that they shut this down because it's just so torn up in places. Ugh. This is why we can't have nice things. But this is a beautiful water crossing, and I love it.
Look how pretty it is.
little section does get real tight and overgrown in the summertime, late spring. Sometimes you can't even see through this. The vines come in so thick. This is a little spot I've always wanted to camp at, but never have. I think that'd be pretty, but it is awfully close to this road and could get annoying. All right, from here we start the uphill climb, and this is where things get a lot more challenging. Stay in it. Turn driver just a little bit. Turn driver just a little bit. Driver. You're trying to get your tire in a little wedge. Right there. Go. Other way. There you go. That's it. What happened, Dave?
You knocked that first one barely, like, and then next thing you know, it actually went down the base of your Jeep.
How did I fit my big old white Gladiator through there?
Straight the whole thing inside.
Oh dang, yeah, it did.
The clip's still in there?
No. Dave, you still got clips in the body. Well, if you wheel a Wrangler or a Gladiator, it's always good to have spare fender clips.
It's actually good to just keep your plastic fenders instead of metal.
That is true,
so
too.
if you do this, you don't dent your quarter panel.
Yep.
Trying to slowly work them in.
Then go.
Yeah, we will need some zip ties over here because the plastic rivets.
Good as new.
Nice.
Good as new. Perfect.
Rob, why don't you grab your chainsaw?
Memory from day 4. Well, that was unfortunate, but it's just plastic fenders. No big deal. Does have some a little body memory from the log dragging down the side of this Jeep, but everything functional is still functional. This trail is it's just a long, methodical hill climb. You got rocks, you got things you got to watch out for and deal with. You know, pick your lines good, pay attention. Like this rock jutting out here, don't want to hit it. Come on, climb. There we go. Boom. Got it. Made it.
You may want to go ahead and just lock it up.
Little driver. There you go, right there. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Keep coming. Keep going. You're fine. Got it. Perfect. Just all about that tire placement. The other option is to take the bypass, but that's no fun. Woo! Inches to spare. All right, this little section here is, I've had PTSD from this section since created this first video in 2020 because I broke my window out on a route. $24 off camera. Well, Dave's not going to let a little fender slow him down. He's going to keep on going, keep on having fun. Whoa, there we go. He is staying far away from the wall as possible. Oh, just grazed the roots with his mirror. All right, well, that was fun. Up until now, there's been bypasses and go-arounds for all the technical things, but from here on out we get bigger rocks and there's no bypasses. Stolly is such a good Jeep. He has done so well over the years and just climbs up all the things. I know there will be a day that I have to say goodbye to Sully, but when that happens, it is going to be a very sad day. I will probably even shed a tear. There you go. Now straighten up. You got it. Are you locked in the rear? All right, just give it a bump from there. Give it a bump. Boom. That wasn't a bump. There you go. That's a bump. Whoa! It worked. I didn't like straddling that big old pointy rock, but
Hey, did he just go to the left?
yeah, he went to the left of that. All right, this is, I guess we just call this the wall, because it is a wall. Wow, this just gets more and more.
This is gonna be interesting.
This just gets more and more dug out every single year.
We ain't done yet.
This is the wall, Robert. We're there.
This is a fun one.
And it's wet. Ben, lock your front. Oh, almost had it. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Very nice. Piece of cake.
Straighten up, straighten up. Straighten up.
Send it.
Yeah, you're about 18 inches away from the side.
That's a 4Runner doing Jeep things.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's a 4Runner doing 4Runner things. Well, that was fun. Everybody did great. That was definitely the hardest part of the trail. We've still got, you know, little rocky parts here and there till we get to the top. Hey, this is another place where it's just all torn up. Don't even try that one over there. That will kill a rig. That is nasty. Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy.
My turtle. Can you back her up?
You're yeah. That's a rollover waiting to happen right there.
How much content you need?
How much you want to give me?
You got to bump it out, but you got to watch that tree, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go way passenger.
I think you're going to have to just get up there and then back up and shift there.
Or not. What are you doing now?
Yeah, it's just pushing me too far over.
You think?
I might get
You're
turtled
coming
with my
way
tire
over
and
now
pop
than
back
you did
over.
before. You're just eating that night.
It's a good effort, though.
I tried.
It's a good effort. There we go. Well, after that mud hole, the trail just kind of smooths out a little bit, and we're almost up this hill. All right, and that concludes Fly Gap. All right, well, that's good. We're good now. Okay, we're gonna come back and go to the right here, but first we're gonna go this way to go to a pretty overlook. There are tire marks on this. Do not drive up this. This is not part of the trail, and people have gotten tickets for doing so. Ugh. This is not Moab. This is the Ozarks. But you know, people just think they can do whatever they want to and turn everything into a off-road park.
I just had the same conversation.
But it's worth a little detour up here. What is this, Hanging Rock Hollow? What is this? I can't remember the name of it. I just call it the Overlook. It's a beautiful spot to visit in the fall. Oh my gosh, leaves everywhere. Bright oranges and yellows and reds. It's a little gray right now, a little brown. Come on, Ben, you got it.
Also in jeans. Where'd you hand grip?
You go straight up and you put your hands down low. Yep.
There you go. You got it. Good job.
So put my upper body on the rock, kind of plant like a seal. Be all right.
Oh, it is quite cold today.
As we just talked about, this is not part of the trail.
All right, after that, we're going to cruise down in two-wheel drive for a few miles and reconnect to the highway, find a little spot to pull in, eat some lunch real quick, and then continue on. The day is not over yet. We got we've just got to get to a different section of the Ozarks where there's waterfalls and there's more good stuff coming. I love this day. Day 4 is my favorite. If I haven't said that yet, or 10 times, it's definitely my favorite. But if you're not up for that, then you just skip this northern loop, and you don't do it, and you just carry on the rest of the day. Well, we zipped down the highway for just a few miles, pulled into one of the canoe launches on the Mulberry, and now we're back on dirt. Oh, pretty water crossing here.
This is where Emma's second Wrangler did its first water crossing.
Oh. Pretty, pretty, pretty. There is a waterfall up here around the corner that is right along the road. Curious to see how well it's running. I suspect it's not going to be just anything amazing, but it should still be cool.
A little waterfall. Not much.
Get the toes in it. Well, after hitting it hard this morning, it's nice to have just a little scenic drive through the country for a little bit. It is getting significantly colder. John checked the weather while we were stopped for lunch, and we actually have a fairly decent chance of some wintry mix tonight. We are highly motivated to get to camp before the rain moves in, which based on what we've seen, looks like if we could get to camp by 4, then we should be in good shape. Looks like the rain moves in about 5:30ish or so. So that's what we're pushing towards. We are definitely not going to dilly-dally on these dirt roads where we can put down some miles, make up some time. All right, we're starting on another one of my favorite little trails. It's not really long, but it leads us down to Murray Creek Falls. And I've seen reports from just about a week ago that the Forest Service has actually been on this trail and graded a lot of the rocks and stuff out of the trail, which blows my mind that they were even able to do that. This trail, though not anything like what we did this morning, it had some fun rock ledges and it had some little challenging spots. Of course, this direction we're going downhill instead of uphill, but still, it was a fun little trail. So I'm curious to see.
There's your black bear.
Curious to see what it really looks like. Well, so far it just looks like they've turned this into a muddy mess. This didn't used to be this sloppy through here. A little more harder packed. Yeah, thanks Forest Service. This is great. You did a bang up job here, people. This is nasty. Well, this is the section that had the rock ledges. Yep, there's no more rock ledges. Did they fill them in? It looks like they filled them in. They filled this in. They filled in the rocks. Oh my gosh. I tell you what they've done is they have actually made this a lot harder to go up, because this is a nasty slippery mess. It will not take nature long to undo what the Forest Service has done through here. This is ridiculous. This is no longer one of my favorites. They have ruined it. Like I think they even filled this mud hole in. They even filled in that mud hole. Wow. And they've actually done this all the way to the waterfall. They just drug a bulldozer all the way through here. Well, at least they didn't mess this up.
We're going to be at Murray Falls at 2:15.
All right, this isn't messed up. That's good news. Beautiful. Well, right after that water crossing is Murray Creek Falls. And it's a beautiful one. This is one of my favorite campsites in the Ozarks, but it's small, it's uneven, and it's very difficult to get this many rigs into it to have a good place to camp. So when you get to here, you kind of got a decision to make. If you've got a small group, you could camp right here and call this the end of day 4. That's kind of how I originally designed it, but the reality is, especially if you're doing this on a weekend, this campsite's really hard to find open. It's very popular. So I think since it's still so early in the day, we are going to press on, and that's the thing. Once you get off this trail, your options for camp are kind of back along day 2, the end of day 2. Sometimes when we ran this back in 2020, we actually had to go back to the exact same camp that we did at the end of day 2. So just some decisions to make here. Right now, I'm just going to enjoy this beautiful waterfall, and I think we'll carry on from here since it's early in the day. Well, I'm a little sad to be leaving Murray Creek Falls, but it's just so early in the day, and I know that there's a much better campsite just north of where we pop out on the highway. And with all the rain expected overnight, that can turn into a flood zone pretty easily. Whee! Oh. Kind of got a little low in the middle. I am stopping here because this area has just gotten torn up too. There's multiple paths through this area. And the best line that has been the best line for years, since the beginning, before all this crap was cleared out. The best line is still the original. All of that is sloppy, goopy, nasty mess. This one is sloppy, goopy, nasty mess. Which
way did I go
when you got stuck?
Yeah.
Right there.
Was that one?
Yeah. This one looks deceiving because it has the high sides, and it's a lot of times it's overgrown. This one has a hard rock bottom and has since very first time I came through this area. But people see how long it is and are scared, and so they go and tear up all this other stuff. So if you are headed, let's see, we're headed east. Take the right. If you happen to be coming from the other direction, headed west, take the left, or take the far southern line through this stuff, because that one has always been easy. See? Nice hard rock bottom, super easy. There's nothing. The rest of them, you're gonna be there a while. If you choose not to camp at Murray Creek Falls, the Union Schoolhouse kind of marks the end of day 4. The Union Schoolhouse is probably one of the best preserved old one-room schoolhouses in the Ozarks. It says 1929. That's when this specific structure was built, but this schoolhouse actually dates back to the 1800s. The original one did burn down, and they rebuilt it. Now it is well preserved, and just walk in the door and you are escorted back in time. You should get a real sense for what growing up as a kid in this type of area would have been like. I guess technically this could be divided into 2 rooms. But I just love all the history that you get to see around the Ozarks. Day 3, we had Bub's cabin, whatever that was yesterday. Wow, all these days are kind of running together. Today, ending at the old Union Schoolhouse. There's an upstairs to this, so don't forget to come upstairs. I love this old stove. One more crossing of the Little Piney, and then we'll hop back out on the highway for a minute. Well, we made it to the end of day 4. Got this beautiful, massive camp all to ourselves right here on the emerald green waters of the Big Piney. I love this campsite. Stayed here a few times. Never stayed here when it's been warm enough to enjoy the rope swing and enjoy this really, really deep pool. It's just absolutely beautiful. Definitely gonna have to come back here during warmer months. Bring the paddleboard, go float upstream. This will be incredible. So we it's, what is it? 3:15. Look at that, 3:15. Only took us an hour to get here from the waterfall. So we've got hopefully plenty of time to set up before the storms come. Maybe we'll get lucky and the storms won't come. But anyway, I think that's perfect. All right, we were ready for the coming winter rain, freezing rain stuff. I haven't used my awning in like forever. That's gonna come in handy tonight. Dave is taking advantage of the time that we have. Gonna try to get his front fender put back on. This is what's known as bathing the fenders, getting them prepped for reinstallation.
Yeah, you're gonna need all new plastic rivets.
Look at that, good as new.
Now the new trail mechanics.
Apparently, we lost Paul. After 4 days on the trail, Ben has reached his limit and is desperate for a shower. Looks cold. I think you're struggling a little more there than you were at the waterfall.
Do what?
You're struggling more there than you were at the waterfall. Well, we've improvised a bigger shelter. We found a lot more wood. We are ready for the winter storm. Well, good morning from the start of day 5 of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. We've been having an absolute blast on this trip, rerunning the OOAT that I did, when did I do that? 2020. And this has been just such a fun trip through the Ozarks. For today, we have a number of water crossings that could get interesting because we're camped here along the Big Piney, And the water level on the Big Piney has come up probably a good 4 or 5 inches with all the rain that we got last night. And if a river this size is up that much, that means some of the smaller drainages that we'll be going through, it could be rolling. So yeah, so we've got that. We've got some fun technical sections today. And I think today's going to be an absolute blast. So thanks for joining along with us. Hope you enjoy it. The first part of day 5 is a beautiful scenic drive on some county roads. Nothing real technical here, just real beautiful. Although I am seeing how full these streams are now that we're away from the Big Piney, and seeing some of these smaller feeder streams and stuff. And I'm legit nervous about later in the day. We will be further west when we get to all the water crossings that we'll face on day 5. But I think that area might have gotten hit harder than we did over here. Excuse me, I said further west, further east. So, I don't know, we'll see. Could be interesting. I know it's gonna be fun. Whoa! Well, that got deep. God, that was beautiful. If you were lucky enough to hit the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail right after some nice rains, not like crazy flood rains, but just good, nice rains. These. Floosh. You will be greeted with beautiful streams flowing everywhere. And man, that is exactly what we're finding this morning already. Oh my gosh. Just so beautiful. There's a campsite right next to him. Yep.
I'm not that upset that it rained. It's kind of fun.
I know, right? And the streams are beautiful today.
And hardly any dust. No dust.
That's true too. This looks totally different than the last time I was through here. Well, I don't think we're going to have much of a view here at the overlook. It's going to be clouded in. Wow, yeah, what a beautiful view of the Big Piney down below. Yeah, this is a bust, but normally it's quite lovely through here. You can see the Big Piney making an arch through the canyon there, but not today. Now, the story is that if you're here at night, down in the trees below, you can see lights moving and flickering around, and so, you know, I don't know if it's the ghosts of miners or stuff. I don't know, but that's the story. If you're into the whole paranormal stuff, I have been here multiple times at night and never seen nothing down there, not a thing. So I don't know. I'm not a believer. But people say they have. I think it's people on 4-wheelers driving around the woods. That's just my theory. All right, now it's about to get interesting. All right, this may be a bad idea. Maybe a very bad idea. Nah, that wasn't so bad. I predict this is going over the hood. Oh no! He skirted the edge. He's going right in. There it goes, right there. Excellent. Well, that was fun. There was a very clear bypass around that on the left-hand side, but that's not fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. What do we do here?
Let's go over the tree.
Yeah, I could see this being a real challenge in a full-size vehicle, just snaking through all these little trees and stuff. All right, well, it's the last day. Probably when we start making questionable decisions. And I think this may be a questionable decision. Whoa!
Driver, hold that right there. All right, you're past the tree.
Past the tree? All right. Woo! Whoa! I think I'll just stay in it. Ah! Whoa! Ah!
You're clear over here.
34 degrees off camber. 34. I win. Woo! Made it. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's no big deal. Yep, that's what happened to me right there.
You're falling in it.
Yep.
Yep, that's where the forerunner flips.
That's what happened to me. There you go. You got it. Come back hard. Hard to passenger. There you go. Stay up there. Stay up there. All right, cutting back, driver, just a little bit. A little bit more. Right there. All right, a little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. You're gonna start coming down. A little bit more. A little bit more. There you go, right there. It's fine. Just hold that. Nope. Hold right there. Hold that. Hold that. Little passenger. There you go. Come on. You got it. All right, little driver. Driver. I'm gonna see if you can climb that wall a little bit. I don't know if you can. There you are. All right, hold that right there. Hold that. Straighten out. Little passenger right there. Yeah. Up. Just stay in it. There you go. Stay there. Just keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. All right, you're in it.
Ride it out.
I was about to say, how'd Ribby do?
He did not like it.
Yeah, you're not done yet. Now start turning driver. He's good.
Come on, you're good. Slow, John. Drop in now. Hold that line.
Start turning more driver, so you can start climbing the wall.
Work with me, John.
All right, now come back passenger.
All right, straight up a little bit. Touch, back there, hold that. Come on.
More passenger, John. There you go.
Driver. All right, come on. All right, straighten out just a little bit. Straighten out.
Driver, passenger, passenger. I think Robert's actually going to do this. Dave was smart and took the bypass. Robert is lining up.
I was not expecting this.
I wouldn't either. Robert doesn't like to be outdone by Jeeps in his 4Runner.
He's coming. He's always waiting on us.
All right, a little driver. Just a little. All right, keep going. Stay straight. Yeah. Driver. Hey, driver. 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 Hey, get up on the wall. Here you go. Keep going more, driver. Yeah.
Go slip.
A little more. Hold that right there.
We good. Yep, stay like that. Stay like that.
Passenger.
Yeah, I don't want you messing that arm up.
Passenger.
Hey,
Passenger.
Straighten it out, passenger. You're in there. You're good.
You're
passenger.
good.
Passenger. You're good.
Straighten out.
Hey, you can come over here and get double passenger. Hey, go passenger.
Well done, bro. Well done. Stupid, stupid.
Jeeps. Peer pressure.
But you did it in the 4Runner.
All right, start turning a little bit. Hey, driver. Drive. Hey, go drive. Hard drive.
Rear dropping.
Hard drive.
Where's floating? Oh, he's two-wheeling. Oh,
You got it. Just
oh my gosh. You just walk under that.
Straighten out. Yeah,
There you go. That's just normal to him, though. He's used to that feeling.
Gotta have spring retainers on that one.
Wow.
going up.
That was awesome, man.
Spot was awesome.
That was awesome.
You shaking?
About to cry. Hey,
Oop, you're floating.
thank you.
You're floating. Oop, he's teeter-tottering.
Yeah, you're still not done. I got nowhere to go. I know.
A little ways.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Dude, Robert just has the, he can make a 4Runner do things that a 4Runner has no business doing. Whee. And it's awesome. Well, the ruts aren't done yet, but I think our deliberately playing in the ruts is probably done based on what I'm seeing. Whoa, 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 whoa.
John made it look too easy, so I had to give you some content for your channel, Matt.
How?
That's sketchy. You're sliding in.
Woo.
Might be safer to play in the ruts this time. Ooh, you might hit that tail light like you were wanting.
Oh, that I was wanting to.
I think you cleared it.
Well, that was 27 degrees off camber. That was wild. Woo! That was fun. Heart's racing a little bit. I can take my jacket off now. My body temp is up. Yeah. Huh, here, I thought we were about done with this trail. Well, that's pretty. Well, we're almost off this little section. We're gonna pop back out onto another county road. But another tip for running the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail, definitely bring extra fuel. All of us. I mean, my gas light's on, I'm on low range. I've got 2 extra gallons. I think when we pop out on the county road, I'll be using it. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Wow. This is interesting. Which way do we go here? It's this way. Huh. This is one of those, looks worse than it is. It's got a pretty hard bottom. Once you get into it. Oh. That was easy. Well, this is beautiful. Wow. Oh, look, there's the highway right there. That's where we're hopping out. Oh, the North Fork is rolling. We gotta cross that about 5 times here in just a minute. That'll be fun. This is interesting. Look at that. That is rolling. Yep, we'll be crossing that soon. Well, this is very cool.
Like I'm just driving in a ditch.
Yes, you are. Wow. Oh, we got some little ledges. Oh. Well, that section was awesome. I loved that. That was beautiful down in there and fun. I liked it.
Me too. That might be the coolest exit to a trail in the Ozarks that I've been on.
Absolutely agree.
Good times.
All right, we're not done yet.
Being a first timer on the 08E, I think it's all amazing.
So it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Man, we had a lot of rain overnight to get these side streams flowing as well.
It's like getting back on.
Wow, that's pretty.
I'm super grateful last night that the Lord parted the waters for us and let us set up camp and cook supper, and then it was gone by the time we got up and started packing up. That was really nice.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for a better situation there. Alright, we're getting real close to the first water crossing on North Fork, Illinois Bayou. I'm honestly a little nervous. I think it's gonna be okay, but that's a lot of water. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, that's doable. Yeah, it's doable. Only because I know this water crossing. It's deep, but it's doable. Whoa, he is over that hood. He made it. Dang. Yeah. Let's see. Whoa. Ugh. There is a wall of sand on the other side of this mud hole. That is wild. Yeah, back it up. I saw that, and that is a wall of sand. Whoa.
They usually bypasses for a reason. I think I heard somebody tell me that one time.
All right, well, that was fun. That was deep. That was deep. That was swift. Yeah, that is type of thing you don't do unless you know what you're doing. Don't just take off blindly into something like that. I know that water crossing. I've probably crossed that water crossing more than any other water crossing in the Ozarks. So I know what the terrain's like under the water. I know where there's been rocks in the same place for years. Wow, and that is the deepest of the crossings, so the rest of them we should be okay. And this one was deeper than I expected it to be. I've never seen this one like this deep before. It's the first time I've ever gotten water over my hood. But we're also kind of driving into the current. It's a beautiful bow wake. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't get my shoes. Good job. Dang, that's deep. You did that on purpose. He totally did that on purpose.
He definitely did that on purpose.
All right, we got Scuba Dave. Scuba Dave on 33s. All right, he's doing good. Yeah, that's perfect. Well done, sir. Well done. Oh, that is legit.
All right, we're gonna run out of gas before we get to Hector.
Yeah. Got it.
Sketchy stuff right here.
Let's see. I don't remember what's where here. This is a little slippery, a little crazy. We go through here. Go through here. Oh, this is new. Wow, that got, this changed a lot since we've been through here last. All right, well, that was fun.
Yeah, I'm stuck. Lockers ain't getting me out.
What? He's stuck? I missed it. He's stuck? Hold on. Do you have a little bit of a situation?
I have a little bit of, where did you go?
Well, I went far driver.
That would be nice to know.
Why weren't you paying attention?
Looks familiar. Because I was stuck back there.
How'd you get stuck back there?
Because it flipped me in, the ruts, just slid me in. I couldn't get out.
Sounds like driver error to me. I didn't get stuck back there. Ben's hooking up a soft shackle. Gonna be winched out by a 4Runner. This is gonna make Robert's day. There we go. Man, he is in there. Holy cow. There you go. That's how you do it, buddy. Wow, this is different. That doesn't even count as one of the water crossings. Wow, this is definitely more than I thought we were gonna have today. This area definitely got more rain. All right, water crossing number 3. Well, that looks deep. All right, one more water crossing that's really, really long.
This is coming out at that campsite. We crossed the river at that campsite we stayed at like 2 years ago.
10-4, and probably a good place to grab some lunch. I'm hungry now. All right, well, that concludes the really deep water crossings of the day. I know people are gonna ask, well, how much water gets inside? Zero. Zero. Back. Nope, carpet's dry. And this side spent a lot of time on the upstream side. Let's give it a check. Nope, dry. Look at that. Little bit wet there on the plastic. That's it. Yeah, the door seals on the Gladiators, or at least mine, are incredible. So, zero water inside. Imagine that. What about you, John? Any water inside? Look at that. Dry as a bone.
That's just for my feet.
Look at that. All right, Ben, any water inside? Nope, that carpet is dry. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd check the passenger side. That's the one that
Passenger side on.
leaks.
Let's see here. Oh, we've got leakage. We got water bottles floating.
That's from the mud hole. That's not the
It still got in.
Well, yeah, but I was sitting there.
Well, yeah, but it still got in.
Dang, bro.
That happens when it rains for me, so I'm used to it.
All right, 4-runner check. How's the carpet?
A little damp.
A little
But
damp?
I think it could be from the rain last night from leaving the door open. That might have been something.
Any up here? No, it's a little dampish, but yeah, it could be from the rain. Not bad though. Not bad at all. One advantage Jeeps do have is they do have drain plugs. Although your park's downhill.
Yeah. But that's easier than grabbing a towel.
Look at that. Piece of cake. All good, isn't it now? Well, since we stopped for lunch, those of us with extra fuel are going to take advantage of it. I mean, by dirt road, we're not that far from a gas station. But this is just kind of better safe than sorry. All right, we've got 2 trails left. One is a very short one, and then we dip down into another drainage on Mill Creek. There'll be a couple water crossings through there. I don't think there'll be anything. There won't be anything too bad. All right, well, here's the technical spot. I don't think that's gonna be that bad.
John drove up this hill in a 4.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
Back driver. Right there. Come on. Put your back locker on. There we go. Attaboy. Dave is opting for the bypass. Probably not a bad idea since he's got 33s. Those rock rails hanging down real low. There you go, right there. A little more driver. There you go, perfecto. Ooh. Oh, it's just wrong for that wheelbase.
Back up about a foot and give that a little baby bump. Little more. Right there. Right, give that a bump.
Oh, dang.
A little more of a bump. I need to come up this way. Maybe. Alright, so hold right there. Not too much though, because your passenger will slip off. Hold that right there and bump it.
Those two rocks are just in there. There we go. Just at the wrong spot for that wheelbase.
That stump by my rear passenger tire.
Cool. Whee! Whee! Whoa, that's slippery. Now bump it. There we go. Come on, come on. It would help if you had front tread too. There we go. Attaboy. Oh, he's way on that side. Oh. 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 Come on. Forerunners love waving. They're just the friendliest little vehicles. Look, there you go. He's waving again. Sand it. Well, that was a little tougher than I thought it was going to be. This Ozark clay is just some nasty stuff. And it is slippery. Big time slippery. It's even hard to walk on. Oh. All right, here we go. Last trail of the day. Just splashing away, just splishing and splashing in mud puddles. There's a lot of them on this trail. What we got here? We got rocks side going down the rocky hill, and I'm in for high. Oh, and I should be in for low, but I'm not. So here we go. You're welcome. I just made that up.
My gas light finally came on.
Yeah, 4-low would have been more helpful. Wow! See how deep this one is. Oh, we're good. That is nothing compared to where we've been.
Haven't heard Matt.
Not today, Spammer.
Phone yet.
Whoa, that's crazy. Where's that water coming from? Check that out. Goes all the way down there to the stream. That's wild. That's a depot. Alright, this is our last water crossing. Gentlemen, we have successfully completed all 5 days of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail.
Man, it was a great time. Woo!
We have made it. Successfully completed all 5 days of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. And we all made it back to the gas station. Nobody had to be towed back. Man, only one person had to be winched this whole trip.
Who was that?
What's up with that?
That's not true.
Who else had to be winched?
Will.
Okay, Will did. You're right. You're right. Will did have to be winched. Okay, 2 people. Oh, I see why you had to be winched. Right there. Your Jeep's identifying as a Toyota. That's why.
Haters gonna hate.
We did it!
We did it.
We did it.
And we didn't die.
Guys, this was the best. This was just the best trip ever.
Yep.
It was. Well, we hope you enjoyed all 5 days of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail 2025 edition. And, you know, if you would like to subscribe, all the YouTube love, check out the Patreon link in the description. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. And thank you, Guide GPS, for including the OOAT in the overland layer.
It's official.
So it is official.
It's officially
it's
on
there.
the map.
Yeah, look at all those 4runners on that.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this series. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.